Welcome to Troopers Travels. We're going to do a walk to Nine Ladies Walk there. This has just come from Druid Inn, that's the Red Lion pub. And just gone past the fountain we've just shown you. And we'll have a look round. I don't know how far it is, but we'll see how we go. It's a war memorial at the village. First World War. And that's where I'm coming from, that's Druid Inn there, and the rocks are on that side. On to Nine Ladies Stones. Public bridle way, straight up. I don't know how far it is. What's this called, this place? Barn Farm, in fact I think here. So this is en route to Nine Ladies Stones. Just come back from Main Street. There are a couple of things I'll pick up on the way back I think, but we got some alpacas. Look at these. Let's zoom in on them. You're looking at me that one, don't like me that one. Lovely little village. Look at that little Browden, that one there stood up. And this is your campsite. Look at Peacock. Peacock. They make some noise, them. And this must be a campsite on that side there as well. And we've got a little lantern thing here. I wonder if this is lit for coronation. Quaint little village this. Fancy coming here doing a bit of camping to be fair. Anyway, onwards and upwards. Big peacock. Lovely birds. Jump through the hoop. Boop. No access upon this point. And a through footpaths up the side of the farm. Public right away. Let's see what's beyond this. More campsite, possibly this is a top field. And a nice little stile. Let's go with the stile. Oh. Let's hope the stones are worth it. Right, along this path there's another information board up here. I don't know what that rock is, unless it's like some type of landmark on this path. Nice and dry, but a bit breezy. But we'll carry on going up to the top and have a look. If you can hear me, it's windy as out. Information board along the way on this trail, Stanton Moor Reserve, resourceful wages. Apparently there's a lot of sand, these round stones, I forget what they call them now, for grain. It'll come back to me. And there were a load of trees what were cut down during the First World War by the 1st Canadian Army. Women's Forestry Commission provide timber for trenches in France. So that'll be on its way. So we'll have a quick look round. It's a bit heavy here like. We'll just plod on, we'll carry on going. A bit breezy now, but a nice little walk this, if I'm honest. Lovely. So this is Stanton Moor. There's information board here. Let's have a quick look. Stanton Moor through time it says here. So Stanton Moor have been used as a resource for forming wood and stone for thousands of years. It says ancestors recognise a special place. 4,000 years ago the Bronze Age people settled here, and people have used this place for burials, funerals and farming, quarrying and recreation. So it's a prehistoric route this apparently, but let's have a quick look on top of this. The Nine Ladies Stones is behind me. Let's have a quick nosy. Let's see what views we've got on this bit here. Well, I don't think this is the highest point, but we can try and stop at top at rock if we can. I don't really fancy climbing on top of that, I'll probably fall. And some nice views down here and all. Lots of stones. If you look over there, that's Matlock, and that is the castle. That's Matlock Castle on the top. What we used in Dead Man's Shoes, the film. Great view this up here. Higher than I thought. Right on way back. Few sheep and all along the way. Nestling amongst the heather. Alright chaps. Having a lay down. That one. Lay down. And they're off. They're off. I think we've got some sheep guys in front of us. They're taking us, aren't they? Where are you taking us? Come on. Detour. Not going in the woods. Sheep ram at back and alt ram. 3 rams. Come across a tower on Stanton Moor. I wonder if it's called Stanton Moor Tower. We'll have a look at it, see what it's all about, this. Little snippets along the way. I like stuff like this. Let's have a look, anyway. Stanton Moor Tower, and there's a little stile, another one to climb over. Wonder what that were actually. We'll have to see and find out. Just bear with me, I'll see if I can get some more information for you. It's like a chimney stack in theory, but I don't know what it is. But it's definitely a tower, we'll have a look. So a little bit more information about this monument. It's Stanage Moor again, as you can see, we're still here. 9 lady stones over that way. So initially, the monument is called the Reform Tower. It's a monument of the Reform Act, built by the Thornhill family to amend the commemorate the Earl Grey, the Whig Prime Minister who supported the people of England and Wales. It was visible obviously for the Duke, the 5th Duke of Rutland, the Tory, as you could see from there, and it's a Grade 2 listed building. And let's go up the steps. Obviously the doorway is now being blocked up, it looks at this. It's all being blocked up, but there was an entrance into it. This is the entrance. Oh. And there were a viewing platform on top, so it's all being bricked in. It's a shame that, because you'd think they'd open these things up, wouldn't you? But that's what we can see. Nice little view there as well. So I could get a glimpse inside it. So that's, and it's made of limestone gritstone. See if we can get a bit of sun on it, on the tower. Got some like little arrow slots in it. I think that's just for decorative. That's 17th century, possibly Victorian. On front Reform chap looked at 9 lady stones. Let's see the. Well, there's a story behind it, but I'll give Phil the mark that. Whether or not it's true or not, it's just folklore, isn't it? The sun's coming back out again. Blue tit. And now approaching the 9 Lady Stones. Lots of people here. Anyway, let's have a look at it and let's talk about it when we've had a breather. See you in a minute. So finally here, you can see me behind me, that's your 5 Lady Stones. So let's have a look round it. Bit more information. There's loads of stone circles around here. So this is a little bit exciting. Just give me a second. So this is the 9 stone circle. So just have a quick look round it. A guy sketching there. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. And then this one up here is Kingstone. Have a quick look at this. It's a little bit breezy now. I took my top off and I'm freezing. So this is your Kingstone. So we'll do it from this end. Explain the legend bit about it and other stuff and what it originally were initially. So that is your Kingstone. I'll give you a bit more information about this in a second. So a little bit more information about this ancient stones, wherever they are. So this place was created by an early Bronze Age people 4,000 years ago. So obviously that's your keystone I've just mentioned. That's the big one. There's something on there, I don't know. I think it's just people have scribed things on it. Were created 4,000 years ago. The people who worship this site were no longer around, obviously 4,000 years, unless they're breaking records. The mound originally placed in the middle, they would have marked a burial site. Let's have a quick look on here. Which I think the stone's now gone now. Not much of a mound though, is it? Looks like people have been putting weird stuff there. I don't know, I'm getting that a bit unsure. But so it was also a ceremonial site or a meeting place, and the stone circle would have been surrounded by an earth bank, which would have been around there. There's a couple of stories about this this stone circle. Just give me a second. So a bit more information about this. Despite it being called 9 Ladies, the circle was made up of 10 stones, possibly the Kingstone, which is that one I've just come from. The Bronze Age urns were found in the 1970s, and there's also around this area there's a number of circle stones: North Circle, Central Circle, South Circle, Corkstone, Anklerstone. There's a map down there on that information board which tells you a bit more where they are, the little trails off here. And also the Door Circle, which is not access to public, it must be on private land. And the urns were obviously found here, so there must have been some type of burials, or what, when they burnt them. There's 3 different age eras in here. So there's Paleolithic, Mesolithic and Neolithic. That was Stone Age. And then you've got your Bronze Age and your Iron Age. I don't want to interrupt that bloke's picture. Let's have a good round it. Nice little picnic area if you fancy it. So a bit more information about this. So the 9 Lady Stone Circle is located on Stanton Moor. I'll put the postcode up later. The 9 Lady Stone Circle located on Stanton Moor in Derbyshire in the East Midlands. The 9 Lady Stone is a tradition of stone circles construction that spread throughout most of Britain, Ireland and Brittany during the late Neolithic and early Bronze Ages over a period between 3000 and 300 years and 900 BCE. Archaeologists speculate that the stones represent supernatural entities from the circle builders. Measuring 10.8 metres in diameter, the stone circle consists of 10 millstone grit stones, although several centuries there were burials here, providing the impression that there were 9 stones, which would have been the middle bit that we spoke about earlier. The 10th stone, obviously that's now gone. That would have been part of the prehistoric design or a later addition, but it's unknown what year. A single monolithic king stone, which is that one I've just looked up there, which we'll have a walk back over to that and speak to that in a minute. That's on there, so that's your 9. The 10 were the middle, which were the mound, and the king stone is down there. The earth rises around the circle, although it's unclear it was part of a deliberate earth bank. Well, this would have been the earth bank as you go around it. And the story goes, the legend goes, is the names of the monuments derived from a tradition with folk traditions, when it's said that 9 women were dancing on a Sabbath day on a Sunday. The Kingstone were the actual fiddler, and because they danced on a Sunday on the Sabbath day, they turned to stone. But that's the legend as it is. And there's something on the Kingstone, some graffiti on there, but I'm not sure what that is. Let's have another quick look at that. Just give me a second. Apparently, I think it says Bill Stumps or something on here. I don't know where that's from, but we'll have a look. I think it's something to do with Charles Dickens. So there's some engravement on here. So it's graffiti. It's supposed to said Bill Stumps. I'm trying to find it. Well, that's your stumps. I can't see the bill. That's your stumps bit there. And this is posted mentioned in Pickwick Papers by Charles Dickens, allegedly. But as you can see, that's your Kingstone. That's modern graffiti, to be fair. Just bear with me. So the Kingstone is situated 40 metres southwest of the main site, which is down there. Despite the name, the 10 stones in a circle and form a ring that measures 11.5 to 10.5 metres, 38 times 34 feet. And the monument was recorded by a Major Eamon Ruckett in 1782. Some type of guy what used to like document stuff. Oh, some herbs here, they're strong. The graffiti carved on that Kingstone obviously build stumps. That's mentioned in Pickwick Papers, as I said, but I couldn't really see it properly. And it's said to replace, and this was a burial or a territorial marker. Perceived a link between earth and sky, and the living and the dead, or a meeting place for several seasonal events. Such monuments have many functions, their uses and perceived significance shifting over time. So literally, that's your nine lady stones and your Kingstone up there. I've got a little friend with me today. Got a little friend with me today called Bruno. Bruno, hello. Oh, he's running off. He's a bit shy. Hello, Bruno. Well, he's a bit shy today. Just a friend's dog what they've fetched along, but he don't like me too much. Come on, Bruno. Right, we'll call that a day. Well, in fact, yeah, I've got the lead. Come on, Bruno. Come on. He's a bit timid, isn't he? Come on. I don't. Oh, it's off. He's off. Here we go. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that little snippet. That's another snippet along the way. 5 lady stones. And see what else we can venture when we go back towards Druid's Caves. Okay, see you in a bit. Bye. Some nice views at Valley here now. Sun's come out, colours out. Back into village Birchover. Some lovely little trails around here. Be interesting to look at all these stone circles and things. But a fabulous day yet again. More sheep again, grazing. Scary sheeps. Go back into the village and try and capture some things I've left. Right, we'll carry on. We're down to the village now. That's an old fountain, it looks at it. And like, oh, we eat peacocks and all. And a public footpath up with that leads to. And like, that's a nice little bench, isn't it? Rest a moment on your way as you'll go, as the seat was erected for such a moment in memory of the loved ones of the Bacon family. It's quite good, isn't it? And the old Wesleyan Reform Methodist Church, which looks like it's been converted into a house. 1851 to 1908. Very historic place, but it's been turned into a house now. Lovely little village, this. And this is the old pinfold. There, that's that bit there. It's the cattle and sheep were rounded by the pinfold and kept the pinfold. They only collected them to pay a fine, which is that bit there. The old pinfold, somebody's a private garden now, and that's the old Methodist chapel I've just come past. And this is the tank of the village, the tank, wherever that is. Up a town lane and back on his way down to the actual Druid Inn for a drink. And the old post office in Birchall, now a residential house. And back where we started now, time for a drink I think, and have a mosey. Right, drink time. Right, that's the walk over. Birchall village, 9 lady stones, and now it's time for a beer. It's been a lovely walk. If you come this way, make sure you pay to visit, call in here, quite reasonable for drinks as well, and it's been a smashing day, so thanks for that, and like, subscribe, share and ring the bell. Cheers, bye.